All right.
Moving into Atari hotels.
Yes, Ian.
Wow.
With nostalgia, we have multiple systems based upon 40-year-old plus properties on the way. We have a television system. We have a new Atari system. We try to have a new Coleco system. We saw how that went. So now it seems that there's going to be hotels that are Atari branded in the works. And this is a deal reported originally, I think, by Fortune reporting this. And these are going to be hotels that are going to be several hotels all around. First one's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. The CEO, Fred Chesney, told Fortune here. Planned features for the hotels range from arcade bars to fine restaurants, with a smattering of augmented and virtual reality tech in between. Select locations will also feature esports studios, facilities that will be able to both host and broadcast live events to fans via the internet. It's something I've always wanted to do, says Shanae. I've always wanted to make an amusement park, and hotels would be the first step. So they're partnering with Arizona-based GSD Group and True North Studio on the deal.
I had an idea, and no one told me no, so I'm doing it.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is a licensing deal.
Right.
So this isn't Atari's big, dumb idea. This is someone coming to Atari and said, we want to do this. We need to license the brand from you. Atari can't build their own hotels. They don't have the capital to do that,
right,
or the interest. But this is someone, this GSD Group and True North Studio saying, we want to come to you. We envision there being grand Atari hotels. We picture this being a thing where people are going to want to, like a Hard Rock, I guess, gravitate towards a hotel, maybe with an Atari logo on it and with like wood grain features inside and Atari games. Maybe there'll be like Pong games built into the bar that you can see, like look down. That'd be cool, I guess. There. And so this deal reportedly, the numbers I saw was Atari's going to receive, for the licensing deal, an upfront payment of $600,000 plus 5% of the hotel revenue. Great deal for Atari. They don't have to put in any work. Nope. This is what happens when you're a licensing brand. People come to you with speaker hat ideas or watches, and you say, hey, that's fine. We don't have to make it. Here, pay us money. You can use it. Planned for Austin, Texas, Chicago, Denver, Las Vegas, which that would be the only place it might be able to work because Las Vegas is gaudy, San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle.
And then, they're saying that ground will break on the Phoenix one this year. Am I missing something about the Atari brand? Like, has it become something that matters again in the past
2 years?
2 years?
3 years?
Or are
this... Again, you can't blame Atari. If someone comes to you and say, we want to use your brand, we'll give you money, you work out the deal. I just can't believe it's... First of all, I can't believe that they would get 5% of the revenue on top of the upfront cost, but I guess it makes sense. Hey, if you're drawing people in with your brand. But you blame the developers. Because I guess they got to be like 60 to 70-year-old guys that are saying, "Oh, a video games, Atari. I remember buying a system for my grandson in 1980."
Right.
So because of that, video games are popular, and I'm gonna do not just one, several themed hotels.
It's the several that is really like mind blowing to me. Like you said, give this a shot in Vegas first.
It might have a chance. There's a lot of weird themed stuff in Vegas. There's a Hooters Hotel Casino. I ended up at one at 4 a.m. one time. I won't say how. There's weird stuff that you can't get away with anywhere else. But in Vegas, try it in Vegas. Maybe it'll work. I cannot picture
an Atari hotel in any like big city.
I just can't picture there being an advantage where I'm on Expedia or Orbitz trying to book a hotel. What you look like when you book hotels, Ian, you look at the star rating and the price, right? Per night, usually. And then maybe you look at the amenities on top of that. But you look at, okay, $99 a night, it's 3.5, 4 stars. How many people are going to jump to, oh my God, it's an Atari hotel, I got to try it.
Deals be damned, I'm going to Atari.
In 2020, mind you, not 1980, not even 1985, 40 years after, the peak of Atari was probably, you want to say 80 to 82? You want to be generous?
Yeah.
82, 83. That was it. It fell off a cliff after that, the brand. It fell off a cliff. held on for dear life throughout the 80s. You got to the Jaguar, we saw what happened there, and that was it. That was it. Then it became a publisher, and that was a whole different company at that point.
I mean, I don't think they realize that. I mean, the exact opposite of what they think they're going for is what people are going to look at. They're going to look at it and they're going to be like, A, what? Or B, this is cheesy looking.
And on top of that, now you have this brand deal built in. This is not going to be, do not picture this being like, like a Motel 6. This is going to try to be like a semi-luxury hotel brand, I would think.
Because, I would think, yes.
Because you're pushing in that direction. And plus, you got 5% of your revenue you got to give to Atari. So it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a cheap place to stay. I just don't. It talks, and this Fortune article talks more about changing the structure of the company, retaining what he calls the core of Atari, the CEO, the brand intellectual properties, but outsourcing development and distribution of products to third parties. Yes, you're a licensing brand. That's what licensing brands do. You're not creating anything yourself. That's why this system has been a disaster of development, because they don't know what they're doing, because
It's a licensing brand trying to create something.
Yes, and we're seeing what's working out there. It consists of 20 people, relying instead on a roster of contractors and strategic partners that includes AMD, Kingston, Arcade, 1UP, and others. The strategy has worked, according to Shanae. Atari is officially in the black, and in its most recent earnings release, it reported a gross profit, of $10.4 million. Well, there you go. I mean, it works.
Yeah,
it's working. I would say, though, from that 10.4 million, you have a few million from backers, so probably, maybe. And then you also have, you have deals like this where this stuff may not ever come to fruition. Stuff like the Atari watch, I don't think was ever released, as far as I know. I never heard of some of these Indiegogos actually happening on the Atari watch coming out. That's the last I heard. Atari watch. Did that ever get released? The Atari watch from like 3 years ago?
Atari Game Band.
The Game Band, that's what it was.
The most powerful campaign.
Oh, that's a video you see?
Yeah.
I don't think it got released then.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
But the best way is when you go to the comments of an old Kickstarter and you look at the comments, there's 3,400 comments. That's probably not good.
Right here from lilipudding.com. Crowdfunded Game Band watch canceled.
There you go. After they took in, Ian, they just took in $325,000, the people that did that.
That's all.
That's all they did. That's all. So this is the danger not only of nostalgia, but people that, you're trusting people to put these things together. If this is a big group that's doing this, they can probably make a hotel, I would think, if they can afford to drop $600,000 on branding. But I just can't get over this misplaced
importance in the Atari brand
of any of these old properties in television, where the scope it peaked 40 years ago. The people that were around then are now in retirement or close to,
right,
that were around when these things were popular. So like I can't picture anyone under 50 seeing an Atari hotel and being like, we got to go there. We got to play Asteroids that's set up in each room or whatever the hell. Like what could they add on that would be, besides the Atari logo, which is an iconic logo? I would think people might recognize that. But what beyond that will draw you in to a hotel? I just don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Esports has nothing to do with Atari at this point, and I don't think there'll be a draw for people to go to play in esports events.
Well, my thing is, at this point, unless they do something really wow and brand new with their esports arenas, there's already places that are like well known.
There are already esports places. There's one in Vegas that was set up.
Right.
I think the MGM. I think the MGM hotel has it. I forget. Yeah. So like, and they're trying to get these esports we talked about the one in Philly they're trying to erect. There's like other ones. So.
Erect.
Targeted at both business travelers and families, the Atari hotels may have not see significant occupancy challenges. This is for everybody to come and experience something that is vintage and retro and nostalgic, Murphy says. It's almost Atari meets Disney meets esports meets augmented reality. Once
you start doing that, you've lost.
Because there's no focus anymore. We're talking about focus when it comes to marketing and branding. Atari meets Disney, two entirely different things, meets esports, entirely different, meets augmented reality / virtual reality, which are, again, two entirely different things.
Someone has an idea and too much money. That's all it is. It's awful.
It's a company that says we want to make hotels, but now we need a hook, and it's going to be Atari.
It's a bad hook.
I don't think, honestly, if you put a gun to my head, if you said, hey, if we did a bunch of Nintendo-themed hotels, I don't know if that would do that well. I don't know if this themed hotel.
Well, I was thinking that when we started. Like like Atari. Like if you're gonna try to go for a video game themed hotel, I think Nintendo would be the brand to try.
Yes, because that's the biggest one.
And I don't even see that working.
I don't know if that would be like, that could be like a kitschy thing. Maybe you do a Nintendo hotel around where they open up the Universal Studios thing. Like that would work there. But like even doing a Nintendo hotel like in Phoenix, just having it there just to have it. I don't know if you'd get people to stay there versus anywhere else. I don't know if that'd be a big enough draw to keep it occupied. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. These themed hotel things, I don't think have worked out in the grand scheme.
Right.
Like these Hollywood ones and these Hard Rock things, like it's like, yeah, Hard Rock is known for being like a rockin' party place. But like, I don't know. I think we're past that.
Is it?
I don't know. Like they do like those like Sunday, like pool party things. I don't know, Ian. I'm thinking of the ones in Vegas. Again, it's all Vegas.
Sure.
The debauchery hotel chains. I don't know. With the young 22-year-olds there.
I don't think that's been the Hard Rock market for a long time.
I don't know. What's the one that you walk in, there's all the Hollywood relics in there?
That was Planet Hollywood.
Those are still around, right?
I have no idea.
Are those popular?
Probably not.
Those are big in the 90s when like Arnold was opening them up with like Stallone and stuff. Are there other themed ones that have come around the past years?
Cartoon Network has done a couple of themed motels, but smaller like things that seem like they're, it could probably, there's probably enough demand for something small like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going with a full blown,
like a Red Roof Inn, not like a 80-story hotel,
yeah,
or what have you, like a Vegas style hotel, like where they're gigantic.
Yeah, no, nothing else that I know of.
This Fortune article also talks about the upcoming VCS racking up 10,000 pre-orders. Talking about, you're gonna like this. This is why I had to do the Fortune article. We're a little bit PC, we're a little bit game system. We're a little bit Streambox. That's what the chief operating officer of Atari Connected Devices said.
We're a little bit, we don't know what the fuck it is.
But they also said in this article, the Fortune article, the VCS is a gamble for Atari, especially with both Sony and Microsoft bringing new game consoles to market this fall that could dampen its sales. Oh, dampen? A wet towel. I think for these retro systems coming out here. Our core market is not the gamer who's going to buy the PlayStation or the Microsoft machines. We're looking for someone who wants to have a casual experience in the living room on the big screen. Someone who wants to do more than play games.
We're getting off topic here, but I need to talk about it because it's the same sort of fucking shit that this said about the Amico. For people who want a casual experience, there's nothing about a Switch, an Xbox, or a PlayStation that prevents you from having a casual experience.
Casual.
What they're trying to say is that there is somehow something that only has casual stuff on it is better than something that offers you both.
Designed not to have the horsepower to do more. Designed not to draw in, you want to call them the hardcore gamer markets. That's better.
No, it's simple D's. You know what? So is the PS4. So is the Xbox. So is the Switch. If someone can learn to use your UI, they can learn to use any of the other UIs. There is nothing that you can have a casual time on the PlayStation 4. You can have a casual time on the Xbox One. They make casual games. They make collections of old games. Stop trying to act like these systems are only for the most hardcore and can only be cracked by people with fucking degrees in video gaming.
What's this controller with 8 buttons on it? I can't use it anymore.
It's idiotic. It's fucking idiotic.
But that's their marketing. That's their own.
I know.
shop.
It's just
it's marketing.
It's stupid.
But they even said that in this article that that the console lacks focus. This Fortune article is like being like, okay,
it has no focus. It's a little bit PC, a little bit console, a little bit Streambox.
PC.
And it only became a Streambox after you randomly added in the Ant Stream shit. Like, just, this is what we're doing now. So now it's a Streambox.
This is going to like this at the end of this article. God, they called up Fred. Now's the time, this is Fred Chenet saying, the CEO, now's the time to work on some Atari game shows. Now's the time to work on some feature films based on our properties. I don't think you're going to ever see that Asteroids movie or that Centipede movie or that Pong movie I think they talked about that Pong movie. I think they realized. So what happens is a lot of people that have the money are older, so they're out of touch with like what's current. So they see, oh, Atari, Pong.
Are game shows even a thing? What was the last big game show that people watched on TV?
Game shows are still big. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was big, and
But I mean, since like you've got your
Deal or No Deals,
you've got your Jeopardy and your Wheel.
Yeah.
But I mean, has there been a new game show that's really cracked the market since?
There's a lot out there. I see the commercials for them.
Fair enough.
Was it?
Maybe it's just
Keegan Michael Peel hosts one where it's all about mind games. It looks pretty cool.
Okay,
maybe it's
just not something I pay attention to.
I think there's still room for game shows in this day and age, but an Atari game show, no. Again, these are people I think that have a lot of money that are probably in their 50s or 60s or it could be early 70s, where it's like they have been so out of touch where they see something they can easily get a branding for, and they figure, oh, everyone knows about it because I knew about it. Again, 40 years ago, and that's what they're going off of. So, all right, I'm going to stay at one. I feel obligated to stay at one. The one in Vegas.
Weird. Okay.
I want to try it.
You do.
I want to see how. Well, if I'm going to be in the area, I'm not going to like on purpose book a flight to go fly to Vegas. Vegas flights are cheap from San Diego. You don't want to stay. You don't want to play asteroids in your hotel room.
It just sounds weird, man. Just weird. I don't want to walk in there and be bombarded with Atari branding at every turn.
Atari VCS in every room.
Like it's some sort of fucking alternate dimension where Atari won the 80s console wars.
So like wood grain rooms, there's Atari logos on the wall. Like it's going to be that in depth of the.
Are they going to sell like the Super Bowl t-shirts that like have like, you know how when like they make Super Bowl t-shirts,
yeah,
like they make them for both teams winning and then they ship off the other ones to like overseas where people couldn't use the shirts? Are they going to sell like the t-shirts for the team that didn't win in like those lobbies? Like what world did Atari ever succeed well enough to require hotels?
Again, if this was 1982 before the crash, you'd have a shot.
Right. Matter of fact, I'm surprised that there wasn't anything like that. Like even just like a try.
How old are your nephews and nieces, Ian?
My nieces and nephews?
Yeah.
My niece and nephew, 7 and 3.
Do you think the 7-year-old knows what the hell Atari is? Like?
No, she knows what Sonic the Hedgehog is.
Okay.
She loves Sonic the Hedgehog, but she doesn't know.
So she'll grow up never knowing the love of Atari.
She probably does not know what an Atari is.
Okay. All right, there you go. Case in point. All right, moving on.